Garcia, Devin Haney just got done. Very impressive fight from Ryan. He was using an interesting technique. He would throw his left hook, which was really nice. Throw his left hook, instantly turn his back. Couldn't get hit. There you go. Good fight.
And the hoopla, it was a great fight. And what I'm proud of, actually, I have to say this, is that I got two young fighters in their prime inside one ring in New York, and the world was watching. That never happens. So every fighter out there, fight the young guys, fight in your prime. That's when you become legendary. Ryan Garcia just became legendary tonight.
Oscar, real quick, what impressed you the most about Ryan's performance tonight?
I think his will, his will to win. Haney is no joke. I saw Haney throwing bombs. I've never seen Haney throw bombs in my life.
Yeah.
You know, we thought he was gonna come out and just, combinations and pity pat, the way it works for him.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful boxer. But the way Ryan Garcia withstood the power, the pressure from Haney, the build-up, everything. I'm proud of Ryan.
Did you think that Haney was kind of getting a little tired after the first knockdown? Because I noticed when Ryan would turn and do the shoulder roll,
you know what it is?
Haney would just swing and
he was getting
wear out.
discouraged. He was getting discouraged, and that can wear you out as well.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, it can discourage you and it can get you tired.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening. I mean, Ryan's a big kid. Haney went up, weighed in 140, probably was 160.
Yeah.
So we had two big guys up there, so the difference was Ryan Garcia is a puncher.
Oscar, about round 7, man. The whole round was kind of just a little
Crazy
chaotic.
round, chaotic round, crazy round, but hey, it's boxing.
Hey, Oscar,
Hey, Danny, Kevin with FightHype. Just want to know, what are your thoughts on this crazy outcome?
I love the fight. It was a jam-packed fight. Both guys gave their all. I think the defining factor was Ryan's speed and his strength. But Devin showed grit. Devin's one of my favorite fighters. And both guys proved tonight that they are worthy of all the praise, all the publicity, and all of that they obtained up to this part of their career. So I'm just happy to be in attendance to be a part of a good event.
Should they do it again?
I would love to see him do it again. Give Devin an opportunity to redeem himself and show that he's, a worthy fighter. Even though he showed true grit tonight, I do believe that he has what it takes to be able to be pound for pound in his division. But Ryan was definitely dominant. The speed was a factor, the power, the movement. He just was on tonight, for sure.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
3.2 pounds lighter the other day. We don't know. Maybe that was part of what happened. What's more important, being a champion with a title from a governing body in boxing, or being the king of the world? Right now, he's the king of the world.
All right, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Talk to you later.
Did you have just another minute before we get out of here?
You can walk and talk at the same time.
Jim, just to get, I heard some of your reaction, just to get to the tactics of the fight. George Foreman used to always say in your fights, don't follow a puncher. Did Haney make a mistake in doing that tonight, or he just, better man?
Well, I'm not sure how he could have completely stayed away and taken care of his own mandate to try to win the fight. He went forward thinking, I'm still the favorite, I'm still the superior boxer, I'm still the guy that people expect to win the fight. I'm not going to back off and run from this guy. He's fought him 6 times in the amateurs, he knows him, etc., etc. Something happened that made it absolutely impossible tonight for Devin Haney to deal with Ryan Garcia's left hook. And it was electric, it was astonishing. It's one of the most thrilling and unexpected things I've ever seen in a boxing match. And right now, Ryan Garcia's level of stardom is going to skyrocket to a point beyond anything we've seen before since Muhammad Ali. He's going to be the biggest thing in boxing since Ali, as of this moment.
You show love even in North. That is Shakur Stevens fight. I was right there with you. Shakur will be talking shit on you.
God bless you, bud. Stay up, man. What's up?
Hey, Antonio. It's Kevin Garcia with FightHype.
What's up? What's up?
Just try to get your thoughts. What you think about this fight, man?
Garcia showed his power. Power showed up early, man. I just thought Devin had a lot more in his bag. But, Garcia, he realized that you put 4 or 5 punches together, you picked a lot. And I think Devin was trying to break the dough down with 1 punch. Combinations. That jab should have been a lot more effective. And footing was a problem. I thought he was a little bit too wide. He didn't put no combination together. So he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. But unfortunately, Ryan is not crowned champion, bro. You feel me? I don't know. He may have to still go back and do the B-side thing to get the title. But he made a hell of a performance for himself. People's champ, yeah, man. I didn't think he could perform as well as he did with all the distractions leading up to the fight. So that's why I was pretty much initially leaning toward Haney. But I knew if Haney didn't come out focused and really on his game, that Ryan was going to get confidence as he went on. And he was really dogging him before the end of that fight. He was kind of dragging Haney a little bit. His confidence went through the roof.
Was the weight a factor?
I'm not sure. I can't say, bro. I mean, he fought his fight. I wish he would have made weight. He'll be crowned world champion right now. You know what I mean? So Ryan got to go back and get it right the next time, I guess. You know what I mean? But a great performance by Ryan Garcia, man. He showed a lot. The power is there. They should, of course, because, when you beat a man, you always got to give him his get back. You feel me? If you can do it twice, then you got his number.
There you go. Thank you, Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Saquon. It's Kevin Garcia, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican KKG. This is FightHype. What do you think about Ryan winning this fight?
I think he had everybody fooled. Ryan did his thing. Shout out to Devin, though. He showed a lot of heart. But you got to give credit where credit due. Ryan came out and put on performance.
You think they should fight again?
Of course. I would love to see it. I was on my feet every round.
Damn, man. Crazy, wasn't it? Yeah. I got one more question for you, then I'm going to get out your way. Because I'm a Giants fan. You broke my heart this year. Did you learn the Eagles fight song at least? You got that down pat?
Yeah, I got it down pat.
Any word for us Giants fans that are heartbroken about this? We gonna love you and miss you forever, bro. We appreciate everything you did for us.
Always love, Giants fans. Always love.
Thank you, Saquon. Thank you.
Get out of here.
Safford. We got Joey Badass. This fight was crazy. What do y'all think, man?
I think it's gonna happen again. It gotta happen again.
Were y'all surprised by the outcome?
Very surprised, to say the least.
Yeah. Man.
But listen, sometimes you gotta fall down and come back stronger.
For sure. Thank you, ASAP. Appreciate you, Joey. Yup. Love Brooklyn.
Down that first time. How much did that change the course of fight?
Clarissa, how you feeling tonight?
I feel good.
1 to 10. How shocked?
I'm actually, I'm bummed. I was going for Devin Haney to win. He's undefeated at 135. He's a friend of mine, and I looked forward to seeing him win tonight. Now that I don't like Ryan, I thought that this was his time to have his breakout moment and become that superstar that he wanted to be. And that was ruined tonight by Ryan, which rightfully so. He came in this fight prepared, strong, fast. And when I say prepared, I'm not talking about the weight. I'm talking about just prepared for the fight, period. So he didn't care about making the weight. He didn't make the weight. He came in strong, fast, and like every punch he touched Devin with hurt him today.
Do you want to see Ryan? Do you want to see a rematch between these two, or do you think Ryan should probably rematch Gervonta? What do you think?
No, I think he needs to stay away from Gervonta and go ahead and fight Devin again. And I would love to see Devin do better, But whew, tonight was not his night. But he's still a really good fighter. He's still a great fighter.
But in terms of just like how everything was happening, how he was hurt off the first punch that Ryan pretty much threw, he got dropped 3-4 different times. Like just 1 to 10, how surprised were you to see all of that, man?
10. I think all this lead up, everybody's been asking me, how do I see the fight? I'm like, Devin Haney gonna whoop Ryan ass.
Yeah.
Devin Haney gonna knock Ryan out. That's all I have to say.
Yep.
I didn't even say unanimous decision. I said he gonna knock him out. To see what I saw today, I wasn't expecting that at all. And I just kept tweeting. I'm like, something is wrong. Something ain't right. But really the thing that wasn't right was that Ryan did not have to kill himself for that 3 pounds. And that benefited him. And he went into the ring very, very strong, powerful. And even though Devin had a great camp, it wasn't enough to weather that storm. I don't know if Devin really prepared for that left hook of Ryan Garcia, because that was a punch that he's hit everybody with. And you would think that Devin being so defensively minded that he'd be able to create something to be able to block that. But it seemed like he kept going out with his hands back like this. And Ryan got fast hands, and he got a big punch with that hook, and he was landing it, and he even dropped it one time with a right hand. So congrats to Ryan. You fooled the fuck out of me. I thought you were insane, buddy.
Is it hard for Devin, because it was technically kind of like a catchweight fight because it wasn't a title fight. So Devin still had his WBC belt. Is it gonna be kind of hard for him to like look himself in the mirror and say, "I am a champ," even though he just lost? Like how does that kind of go?
You don't feel like you're a champion until you do what champions do, and champions win. So sometimes you have to sit in it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to sit in it and deal with it and weather it, and then you move forward. That's what you have to do when you lose. And I hope he got people around him that help him do that. Because looking in the mirror, he shouldn't look at himself and say that he's not nothing, because he's a good fighter, and he's a great champion, and he's a true professional. So I would say that he got to sit in it and let that anger take him to his next training camp and make the right decisions. The right decisions.
Just my last question for you. For both guys, if a rematch is the next, who do you want to see both guys fight? For Devin and then for Ryan. If it's not going to be a rematch, who do you think?
I want to see Ryan fight whoever he want to fight. That man that made me a believer about him.
Teofimo Lopez or something like that?
Whoever if he want to fight against Tio, if he want to fight against Shakur. And listen, I got Shakur beating everybody. But when I used to rank the weight class, I would have Ryan Garcia at the bottom. I never said he was 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, Ryan Garcia. What's up, Rockman? How are you, man? Good. I'm like, I have never seen.
Does that change your? I know you're still taking Shakur. I know that's your guy.
Yeah,
but
Shakur.
Does that change you like a little bit? Like Shakur gonna have to be really on point to beat what you just saw from
Nobody
Ryan.
should underestimate no fighter. That's it. Even though Ryan isn't as skilled, he still has fought against other good fighters and he's won. Like when he beat Luke Campbell after he got dropped, I was like, okay, Ryan, you made me a believer. Because at first I'm like, man, this dude is all hype.
Yeah.
He got 1 million followers on social media and for whatever reason off YouTube. Like he didn't build his way up from the bottom, but he has been boxing since he was a kid. Him and Devin went 3-3 in the amateurs.
Yep.
And now he's 1-0 against Devin.
Does Devin
in the pros where it matters?
Does he move on to somebody? Who would he probably move on to at 140 pounds?
I don't know.
Tough to say.
I don't know. I think Devin needs some time, but
Gotcha.
he's still skilled, and I think he needs to go up in weight class because cutting the weight.
47?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 47. He needs to put on some muscle, and he might not even have to put on no muscle. I mean, put on the weight. He don't have to drain himself as much, and he'll be able to fight better and compete better. I know one of my fights, I had a really big weight cut during, due to some stuff that I was going through. And when I had the big weight cut, I just remember fighting against Amari, and it was like, even though up in camp I was sparring and I wasn't getting touched or I wasn't really getting hurt with shots, it just seemed like during the fight, everybody's intensity level was higher, and it seemed like in that fight that I had a hard weight cut, I could actually feel her punches sometimes. And it's not saying that she don't punch hard, because I feel punches every fight, but it was like that fight, I just remember feeling her punches and being like, dang, what is it? And then after the fight, I'm like, well, you did cut this much weight and you have been cutting for this long, and you didn't have the camp that you wanted to have. Like I had a good camp, but the weight when you get in that, for me, the way that I cut, with the stuff, I can't tell everybody, but
no problem.
it's but it's draining, and I had to do a lot of that to make the weight, because it was like, to me, the belts matter.
Gotcha.
And I'm not letting nobody find me for no amount of money for not making weight. Because the GOAT can't do that. The GOAT got to keep her money. The GOAT got to win the fight, like, no matter what. So, yeah, I think that he needs to consider the weight classes and just kind of regroup.
Gotcha.
Regroup.
Thank you, Goat. Really
For sure.
appreciate it.
Coming into this fight, I think it's safe to say that no one believed you could beat it. You saw the odds go against you. 600, 700, 800 to 1. And you just pulled off a massive upset. How'd you do that?
Derek, how you feeling tonight, brother?
I'm feeling well. I feel accomplished. I feel like this one was it. I feel accomplished. I feel like I did my job, and that's what it's all about.
Man, you've had a shit ton of huge wins, man. Does this one rank as like the most satisfying, considering?
I think it would have to be the most satisfying. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it's great because I don't want to put anybody's situation over anybody else's situation.
Gotcha.
But I think that it's good for him. It's good for the young man. It's good for the team. And, I'm happy for him. He really beat him up bad. If you saw his face, it was just like, man.
Yeah. Work. I know you was expecting your guy to win, but were you even surprised at how dominant he was? He knocked him down about 3-4 times. Hurt him with the first punch. Were you surprised at how dominant he was, man? What do you? What do you think should be next for Ryan?
I don't do that. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't get into the opinion of homies.
So many people said that this fight should be called off. A lot of people are looking at you to
told me I
stop
was
it.
stupid. They told me I was horrible submission weight. But it's okay because that's life, man. You can't expect to be doing well in life if people not talking about you.
The game plan for Ryan going in, it was a little bit awkward in there. He did some things that were very unusual. Talk to me about what you plan to do.
The plan was all about taking everything from him, taking away what he did. And once I saw that when Ryan worked the jab and walked to him, he retreated. And that's really what it was. Him retreating from the jab and retreating from the punches is what opened him up.
Ross was good. Knowing that this was a really stressful build-up for everybody, do you think that those kind of antics are over if we see the last of the crazy air quotes Ryan Garcia?
I hope so.
Wait, do you really hope so, or do you just like, yo, he got that shit done, so it don't even matter?
I'm not into that. I'm on the low. You know, I don't get it. I mean, you know, I don't really move like that. I don't really like. I don't like the negativity. Everybody, my daughters at school, these kids be talking to them, whatever, about whatever Ryan doing and this and that. So it's like, it's not. I told them it don't only affect you, it affect everybody. My wife, my kids.
What is the statement that you made tonight? I mean, you know, people have been criticizing you this year.
I don't really care about that. It's like this. I really can't care about how people feel about me. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, they're not gonna love me. That was an accident. It didn't. They'll say whatever they want to say. And I'm okay with that.
Derek, I know that.
The least likely win of the streak that you had. How satisfying is it to get this particular win when everybody counted you and Ryan out?
Well, I mean, it's life, man. For me to get to this level, I didn't come behind like a Hall of Famer trainer. Nobody taught me anything. I did it myself. I pushed myself to this level. So I'm an underdog anyway. Even now, on the level that I'm on, they still count me out. When, listen, if you look at pay-per-view boxing, who been running it for the last 10 years? My fight has been on Al, Jamel, Ryan, AJ. So what are they talking about? So it's like, we've been running it. So when people talk about it, like, how did he win Trainer of the Year? Do they really? They're really not even understanding the situation. It's about success and this and that and doing that. So I really can't. I'm not mad at them. Everybody can say what they want.
Derek, was that the worst case scenario for Devin in terms of just the continuous beating he took? Was it probably better to him just get knocked out early?
I think it would have been better for him to get knocked out because it's going to be hard to recover from getting beat up like that.
Will it change him forever as a fighter?
He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. I think that he'll be back. I mean, he'll be back because he's really young. He's 25. He's not 33 or 40.
Yeah.
25. He's okay.
Does a
beating like that take down desire? Can you tell us like where you are with that right now?
I'm not talking about that. That's not the question I'm asking. Everything else we know, but not that.
Does a beating like Devin Haney received tonight, does that kind of mess with a guy's hunger going forward?
No, he's still going to be hungry, man, because look like this. It's one thing to fight for yourself. When you have your religion, Allah, you know, Ryan as Jesus, somebody as Buddha, it's like, that's crazy. That's like more strength. You can fall off and jump back on because you always going to see you, whatever you believe in, to give you the strength and energy. Jump back on.
What kind of conversations did you have with Ryan about being an underdog with Devin Haney?
I never thought about it. I never mentioned being an underdog. I never mentioned it. I'm like, he's mentioned in the interview about having supreme focus. He had that.
Fuck you, you piece of shit, something like that. And I said, fuck you, you piece of shit. And then he said, we beat Luke Campbell, we beat Devin Haney, who else you got? And I said, Boots Ennis. And he gulped and then walked towards me and shook my hand and said, I'm sorry. I said, I accept your apologies. It's a very emotional game, especially when it's your son.
So the referee stopped it, in your opinion?
No, but I thought Devin bluffed the ref really well in the 6th round. Like, he shouldn't have stopped it, but he could have stopped it. And that was a massive, heavy knockdown. And he deserves a lot of respect, Devin. I thought he showed a lot of heart. But he got caught in the 1st round, never really recovered, and just didn't think he boxed well, really.
Eddie, what
the 3 pounds had an effect on this?
It wasn't the 3 pounds what they weighed tonight. So I would have liked to have seen Ryan Garcia weigh in this morning, personally, but it is what it is. And, you know, he didn't make championship weight, but he produced a great performance.
What impressed you the most about Ryan's performance tonight?
Just his power, you know, and the fact that he was like, I was just watching him between rounds. He wasn't really looking at Derek James. He was dancing around. He was singing. Maybe this is the future.
Do you think after the first knockdown that Devin kind of got a little tired? And I noticed with the shoulder roll, Ryan started doing.
It wasn't tired. It was a huge knockdown. He was badly hurt after the 6th round.
Yeah.
And he never really recovered. That's the truth. But he showed heart. He come back. I thought it was a very close fight.
Yeah.
I thought he won the last round,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a very close fight. If you had to pick a winner, I picked Ryan Garcia, but I thought it was pretty close because I didn't give Ryan that many rounds outside of the knockdowns. But the problem was there was 3 of them.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to win a fight when there's 3 knockdowns.
And I know you wanted Devin, so what do you feel is next up for
Well,
Devin?
the belt's vacant, so, you know, we look to try and win that belt back, but it's a devastating loss, but he'll bounce back. He's a good kid. He works hard. He's got a good soul. And he's a great fighter. He'll be back.
Eddie, if they rematch, where would it even happen at? Because Ryan said he can't get below 143 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, Devin can move to 147, but if Henry's serious, I'd love to make boots against Ryan Garcia for the world title.
That's what he said. That's what Ryan said.
I don't know.
It seems like they saved him a couple of times.
Saved his fucking ass. I don't know. He was trying to help Devin as much as he can. I think as much as he can. But Ryan just fucking said, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna beat your ass every time. So
Gervonta, we look forward to you to beating Amado Vargas next fight,
sir.
man. We're
Let's
gonna
do
be
this
there
shit.
on your side. We already know what's up.
Let's do this shit.
Thank you.
Were you? I mean, the first punch that Ryan hit him with and really hurt him with was the left hook, which, I mean, obviously that's his money punch, but everybody kind of knows that's his shot.
Yeah.
So were you surprised that that was the first shot that actually hurt?
No,
Devin?
because a lot of people want to say that, like, oh, that's all he has. But honestly, fucking that hook is dangerous, and you think that you can like stop it, you think you can be prepared for it, but once you're in that moment, that hook comes out of nowhere. And I think Devin, he was completely shocked in the first round that Ryan said, I'm not gonna have no respect for you, and that's what he did.
I mean, granted, you expected your brother to win, but did you think he was gonna be that dominant down the stretch? Because Devin did adjust, and but did you expect your brother to just be that dominant down the stretch?
I expected, pain, and because when Ryan hits you and when he's at his natural rate, his punches are fucking very strong. So I knew that there was going to be pain, and Devin would have felt it, but that was just, I didn't expect that. That was fucking, I thought Ryan was going to knock his ass out, which he almost did. But he beat his ass like very bad to a point where who's the world champion now? And that's Ryan.
Do you think that
Ryan should be undisputed if we're fucking talking, real shit?
Well, I mean,
Devin beat
that was at 35.
Devin beat Kambosos.
Oh, at 35.
Devin beat Kambosos though.
Right, but that was at 35. I'm just saying. I would say Ryan should be WBC
That's
champ.
5 pounds.
I'm just saying. But
who else is at 135?
I mean,
that can beat Ryan.
I mean, you got Shakur. I mean, come on now. Let's
you
not
think Shakur would take those punches?
I'm not sure Shakur get hit. Shakur, and you got Tank down there, but that's besides the point, though.
Yeah, that's besides the point.
Just
Shakur ain't nobody.
I wouldn't say that, but
I'd say that.
Who do you want your brother to fight next, though, man? He's not the champ, fine,
Cruz.
But you want him to fight Cruz?
Yeah, I want him to fight Cruz.
Why exactly is that?
Because he needs to fucking tame that little pit bull. And Ryan would do that. Ryan could tame him.
Do you think, I don't want to say tainted, but do you think there's at least a little small smudge because your brother came 3 pounds over?
No. That's not at all. I mean, Ryan, he doesn't care about the bouts. The bouts doesn't pay the bills. He wasn't going to kill himself to fucking make the weight. I think Ryan's going to move up. Ryan's a big boy. He ain't no small fucking person. So
nobody would know this but you. Because the way he looked in there, He looked excellent.
Yeah.
What? Put it on record. Was Ryan really drinking in camp? And if he was, let us know the secret and how the hell he was able to perform like that. Was he actually drinking and bullshitting in camp?
Yeah, I mean, he drank, but he did it. He did his job. That's the thing, and I think he wanted to prove to the world that, you know, it's not about what the boxing world makes it seem. You have to be this certain person every day to be the best. Ryan just wanted to prove that, yeah, I could work, and don't let that get to you. You know, don't let that fucking the boxing world tell you who you need to be, you know, and he did it. He did it. He did some crazy shit this camp. I'm telling you, he did some crazy shit, and he did it, man. He told me, I'm gonna beat his ass, and I said, I know you are. You're gonna beat his ass.
Last category, switching from your brother to Devin. If you was in his corner, who would you advise him to fight next?
To Devin?
Yeah, what should he kind of do? And rematch with your brother off the table. What should he do?
I'd say, you know,
should he maybe get a few tune-ups? Should he jump right into another big
jump
fight?
right back into another. I mean, what's the point of having tune-ups when you can make some good money, hella money?
Yeah.
They make really good money. There's no point of doing tune-ups. These people don't give a fuck about you. Might as well just do the big fights, and win or lose, you have hella money in your account.
Fair enough.
Fuck these little fights. Go fight big, make that money.
Love the advice. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah.
FightHype.com here with Malik Scott. How you feeling today, man?
Oh, good, man. Just got finished watching the fight. My lady wrapping up from her job right now. She did the telecast and the show with Clarissa and Sean Porter. So I'm just waiting for them to wrap up. And what a fight, man! I was shocked. I picked Haney, obviously.
Did you think he would? Did you think he would stop him? Because when I spoke to Devin on Wednesday and Thursday, actually, he told me, "Yo, if I don't stop Ryan, I'm gonna be disappointed in myself." So did you think he would stop him, or you just thought he would outbox him?
I thought it would be like a unanimous decision or a late stoppage. Or I was actually in the mindset of two. I wouldn't have been surprised if Ryan did something like choked him or bit him or something like that. Because if Ryan was selling wolf tickets for promotion concerning doing self-sabotaging type of things, then I bought the wolf tickets. He called my bluff. I believed him. And I still believe that it should be a certain way you allowed to promote a fight. If I could do it all over again, I will always root for the guy that I see doing more of the right thing concerning preparation. But then again, I'm not behind the doors of these guys' home or in the private space of Ryan Garcia. So he probably was doing more than he was telling people or than he was acting out. And he just probably was doing more.
Would you, when you look at it, man, where does Devin go from here, man?
I don't know, because that wasn't like a quick knockdown stoppage type of thing. In my opinion, he didn't win one round.
You say he didn't win one
I didn't give him no rounds. If I did, two out of 12, it's not really winning rounds in that type of fight. He got knocked down how many times? 3 or 4. Was hurt out on his feet probably 3 times. I thought Ryan Garcia dominated the fight. Whatever that judge is that had it 12-12 should never be able to judge again. I thought it was Ryan's night. And this is someone who didn't agree with Ryan tactics promotional-wise. This is someone, I'm a huge Devin Haney advocate. I think he's the most purest boxer in the sport. He has a clean style like Ray Leonard, kind of like Floyd did. Not like them, but his style remind me of that.
Is there like a particular fighter you could see him get in there with next, or would you want to see him fight Ryan? Because he can probably say hey, I did get a draw on one card, and
this the first time
3 pounds over.
This is the first time I actually seen Devin not look fast. Devin didn't look fast tonight. He looked slow. He looked lethargic. It looked like he was hurt anytime he could have just got stopped.
Do you think he looked slow, or do you think he looked slow in comparison to Ryan?
He just looked slow to me. Just looked slow. I don't know. And then Like, it's slow to me when you know someone's best punch and they could come right out and hit you with that exact shot. Even everyone know Ryan's best punch is the left hook. The first shot he really hit him with in the first round was the left hook. That means you're not switched on mentally enough. There's something that the dot is not connecting here to me. You underestimated the opponent, or you really just don't know what you're doing. And I just believe he lived in the cross guard too long. If you're gonna be in that cross guard, you can't be going for feints down here. If you're gonna live in that cross guard, you can't allow hooks to get around. You can't let right hands just come. And he just lived in that cross guard. He lived in that cross guard on very close distance. And you know, his defense is not that tight enough that he could be that close and not get hit with somebody rapidly fast like Ryan Garcia.
Can Devin? Can he bounce back? Like, or was it just like it was such a beating in your view that it might change him now going forward?
I it's going to be very interesting to see how he come back off of that. But from that type of fight, what I've seen, I told my son that I could see that type of fight changing Devin, you know, a little bit for the worse. Because how old is Devin now?
25.
25. Okay.
Turns 26 in
25.
December.
That was his first, we'll say, roller coaster fight. No, he got a lot more left, and he could come back. But I just don't believe that. From that performance right there, I can't never see him beating Ryan Garcia. I'll be very shocked if he did, but I was very shocked what Ryan did him tonight too. That's the beauty of this no bar. You just never know.
What do you do? Because technically, since Ryan came in 3 pounds overweight, Devin still has the WBC title. Is it a point where you're just like, yo, do you want to drop the belt because maybe you don't really feel like a champion anymore? Like, how do you prance around thinking you're the champ, even though you are technically, but you just lost, you know?
You mean Ryan?
No, Devin. Devin still has it.
Oh, yeah, because he still got the belt. That's going to be. He's not going to be looked at as some champion now because the belt is irrelevant. You know, the belt is irrelevant under that type of performance. So we're just going to see. We're going to see, man. It was a tough night for Devin. I wish him and his team the best, but you got to give kudos to Ryan Garcia. I don't know what the game plan was, but whatever the game plan was, he stuck to it. He did what was asked of him. He had an arrogance with him. He had a swag. He had a pizzazz going on. And the night belonged to him, so you got to give credit where credit is due.
Gotcha. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Chat, I'm recording right now. My immediate reaction, okay? I couldn't play it because the copyright strikes and the audio from the zone. But Ryan Garcia won the fight. So I'm recording. So the chat's right here, right? The chat, I got you guys in here. I'm recording my live immediate reaction to the fight. I picked Devin Haney by potential stoppage and if worst case scenario by decision. I betted the chat, which the chat knows boxing, because we got about 150,000 votes. 65% Ryan Garcia. I betted if I was wrong, I would wear the Free the Children shirt handed by the Garcia family themselves last week. I got the King Rye shirt on. And out of respect for both sides, that was probably one of the best fights recently. And the things that I saw in this fight that worked in Ryan Garcia's favor is that he was extremely patient. He was able to take his time. And even some of the attributes that maybe he wasn't as great as certain other fighters. He learned from the Gervonta Tank Davis fight not to get overly anxious. He learned from the Oscar Duarte fight how to come back from certain detriments. So at this moment, great fight. I think Devin Haney has a lot of skills. I don't know if you can even question his chin because he did not get knocked out after taking more than three left hooks. Left hooks and right hooks at the end of the day, and was able to get up, try to press the action. Heart of a champion. Devin Haney definitely did what he needed to do to try to come back, but Ryan Garcia was extremely patient. Ryan Garcia was very poised. He knew when to pick his shots, and when he officially did, he capitalized. And by far, the man has fooled not just me, but fooled a lot of people out there. So at the end of the day, I picked Devin Haney. I was wrong. And Ryan Garcia definitely deserved to win that fight. Would you guys want to see that fight again? I'm not sure. I feel like Ryan definitely has the right to say, I want to move on from this fight and want more challenging and other fights. But at this moment, that boy Ryan Garcia has shut down the boxing game and has became a bigger star than he was already is. And I'm excited to see what happens next. So the only unfortunate thing that happens in this, because Ryan did not make the weight, Devin still keeps the belt. So it should make things a little bit more interesting now that when you know who's the guy that won the fight, doesn't have the belt. But at the end of the day, I already know that there's going to be Ryan came in 143. He was bigger. That's going to be one of the talking points that we're going to hear about. So, so there could be some of this. It wasn't fair. But at the end of the day, they both agreed. Money was paid. Fight was made. And guys, congratulations to Ryan Garcia.